Today we're going to talk about the 5 love languages. The 5 love languages was developed by Dr. Gary Chapman, who is a counselor, and he came up with this concept while he was doing a lot of marriage counseling for struggling marriages. And this concept that he developed talks about how each of us as individuals has a unique way that we feel and interpret love. And it kind of boils down to one of 5 ways. And so we'll talk about those 5 ways um, later on in the presentation. Now, there are some videos that are on this front slide, and so distant learners, I can post links to those too if you want to watch those. But there is a disclaimer. Let me move some of my little things here. Just like with everything, that each family system is unique, each person is unique. So what is suitable for one person might not be suitable for everyone. So just keep that in mind as we kind of go through this. All right. So what is a love language? Basically, how you can think of love languages is that everybody has a love tank, and we all receive love differently. And so when we're receiving love, our love tank is full. But when we're not feeling as if we're receiving love, our love tank starts to feel empty. And when our love tank is empty, we're not feeling loved. And if we're not feeling loved, what's going to happen? Our relationship is going to suffer, right? Probably going to have a lot more arguments. We're going to have a breakdown in a lot of things, maybe some poor communication, all those different things. All right. So what Dr. Gary Chapman found was that there's 5 primary love languages out there. There's words of affirmation, there's quality time, physical touch, acts of service, and gifts. And so we're going to go through each one of these and explain it and kind of, giving some different examples. And there's also a video too that I will be showing in class. And I have a link for it on the slide too that you can listen to that really explains it pretty well, kind of going through each one of those too. I did see this little example here from Target talking about the 5 love languages. Acts of service, I'm going to Target. Do you want anything? Quality time, want to go to Target with me? Words of affirmation, I love you like I love Target. Gifts, I got you something from Target. And then physical touch, pushing the perfect card at Target. So just something kind of silly to kind of go along with the love languages. So this is just kind of a 30-second love language test just to kind of get you thinking about, what could I maybe be, or what could maybe be mine? So, I feel loved when people express how grateful they are for me and for the simple things that I do. I feel especially loved when a person gives me undivided attention and spend time with me. I feel especially loved by someone who brings me gifts and other tangible expressions of love. I feel especially loved when others do things for me. I feel especially loved when a person expresses love through physical contact. So which one of those kind of resonated with you? All right. Well, if it was the last one, then maybe you're kind of more on the love language of physical touch. If you're one, before that, it would maybe be acts of service, or the one before that is gifts, and the one before that, the second one is quality time, and then the first one is words of affirmation. So which one was really kind of speaking to you, just without knowing too much about it, without doing the quiz? Just something to think about. And then again, here is this video. I am going to post a link to it so you can hear more explanation about it. And you can hear also some explanation of why it is good to know about love languages, and to know, even if you're a single person, or if you're in dating, or even into marriage, why is it important to know? It's also important to know how do you show love? Because we show love typically in the way that is our love language. Well, if my partner's love language is different, is that going to work? So it really kind of gets you thinking in that aspect. All right. So then some questions to kind of think about. Why would it be helpful to know about love languages? Okay, well, hopefully, it's going to help you be successful in your relationships, because we talk about healthy relationships, in class, and we want the best for our partner. And we want to make them feel loved. We want to make them feel cared for. And if we know how to best make that person feel loved, then why wouldn't we want to do it? So I think that would be one of the benefits to knowing what our person's love language is, and also then for them to know how to love us better. And then the next question is, could it be helpful in all types of relationships? Absolutely. So when Dr. Gary Chapman started this program, like I said, it was for marriages. And if you look into this program now, he has now branched off and he does it for teenagers, he does it for young children. And it's helpful for everybody. So it's helpful for parents to know how, to speak their children's love language. Because again, that could be different than their parents' love language. And as a parent, you want to know how to make your child feel the most loved that they can be loved. And then finally, what love language do you think you are? So before you take the quiz, I want you to think about that. Which one do you think you're going to be? And why do you think you're going to be that? All right, so then you're going to take the quiz, and I also have the link separate on the slideshow, so you can take that. And, take your time, answer the questions honestly. Nobody's going to see your answers. And then it will give you a breakdown, your top one, and it'll give you the percentage, and then it'll go through, your second, third, fourth, and fifth. And then, like I said in the weekly review, you're going to answer some questions based off of that. In class, they are going to break up and do some discussion questions based off of their findings. That's where you are going to be doing those questions that you're going to just type up and submit. And then what I have is just some more explanation in depth of each of the different love languages too. So if you didn't get time to watch the video, or you forgot, you watched the video one day and you took the quiz, and now you're, kind of going through this again. You're like, oh, what was that again? Here it is, so you can kind of see it laid out one more time for you. So all in all, love languages isn't just something for romantic relationships. I hope you understand that. It's something that can be utilized in friendships, if you ever become a parent, in romantic relationships, basically in any relationship that you have in your life. It's something that would be useful for you to know, for people that you are interacting with in relationships. And it's also important for them to know what your love language is, so that all of you can be getting the most out of your guys' relationships and feeling the most loved, and to fill those love tanks up. So I'm excited to see what your love language is, and to kind of hear and see what you have found as you're exploring more about it. As always, if you have any questions, do not hesitate to reach out to me, and I hope you all are doing well. Take care.